Everybody that plays NBA 2K18 starts out asking themselves one question. What build do I make?
And I'm seeing all y'all motions. Came a long way from roaches. I ain't ready to burn, get the rolling. I ain't never needed nothing broken.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Power. Now I wanted to make a different type of build video. I see a lot of people making these build videos where they just talk about a build for 15 minutes and then they don't even tell you the details of making the build, tell you what type of build it is, and if they do, they don't even tell you the weight, the wingspan, the height that you need to make it, the exact details that matter. Because I always like to say, there is not a skill gap in NBA 2K18, there is a build gap where people with better builds beat you just because how overpowered their build is. Now I'm not saying the builds that I'm going to show you guys in this video, because I'm not going to show you guys just one build like a lot of people do. I'm going to show you guys 6 good builds that you can choose from your strengths and weaknesses and what you want to do in the game, because that's what a build is about. Don't make a slasher if you want to shoot, and don't make a shooter if you want to drive to the basket. So just choose the position that fits best for you. And I did spend a lot of effort researching all the details about this to try to find the best builds for you guys. So if you guys would drop a like on this video before it starts, that would be much appreciated. But what I do guys have on the screen, I'm going to have all the primary to secondary. I'm going to tell you guys about the build. I'm going to tell you guys each detail. And if you guys don't want to watch the whole video to see which build, if you guys have an idea of what you guys want to make, then you guys can look in the description where I have the name of the builds and I have the timestamp in the video where the build starts. So you can basically skip to that part, just see the build you want to see, and you don't have to watch every single different build. So I think that's going to be very helpful. And tell me you guys which of these builds that you like the best, or what's your favorite build in this video, or what build you decided to make, so that'll help me out so I can see what people are liking and enjoy the video guys. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first build I do want to talk about is the 6'5" Sharpshooting Playmaker. Pass and ball handling primary, secondary 3-point shooting. Now this is probably one of the most balanced builds in the game, and that's why people like it. It's one of the few builds that they can dribble and they still get that speed boost ability, but they can also shoot 3-pointers pretty consistently. Now you may have trouble because shooting is kind of weird in this game. Sometimes you're just gonna miss wide open, but you can definitely green from the 3-pointer, even a little bit further from the 3-pointer, and if you're really good you can probably make that all the time. So it's a very balanced build, and what you're going to want to do with weight and height and everything. Now first of all, position, it doesn't matter in this game as long as you're like a guard, point guard, shooting guard. It's pretty much the same thing. It doesn't affect anything. You can do either position you want, but you want to do minimum weight 175 pounds, max wingspan 80.9 inches, and 22.5. The shoulder width should always be maxed out. Now you want to lower the weight all the way because for guards, because it makes it really fast, and max out the wingspan because it's going to help with defense, it's going to help with steals, it's going to make a big difference there. And this is a pretty good balanced build. If you're one of those people that you want to be able to shoot, you want to be able to dribble, you want to be able to do it all, it's going to be very good at that. But it's not going to be great at anything. Like, it's not going to green 3-pointers all the time, and you're not going to be super fast or anything. So it's one of those balanced builds. Now the next build I want to talk about guys is the 7'2" glass athletic slash and rebounder, or vice versa, because this is what I want to call the switch build. So you can either put rebounding first or you can put athletic first. As long as you do any combination of athletic rebounding, it's still going to be a good build. Just use the same weight requirements and everything. But what you're going to want to do is make this build 310 match wingspan. Always do match wingspan for centers, because if not, you're going to see a big rebounding issue where people, even if you have high rebound, they're just going to reach over your head and they're just going to grab that rebound. So you want to do 7'2", 310 match wingspan. And the big thing about this build is it's so overpowered. The dunking in this game is so overpowered, and people aren't going to be able to guard you in the post. So the rebounding is still going to be very high. You can get a ton of rebounding. You're going to get a lot of rebounding badges either way, and you're going to be able to dunk on people. Basically, it's unstoppable. The post defense in this game is notoriously horrible. Like, if you just get the ball in the paint and you're anywhere near it, if you have athletic in your archetype, if these contact dunks, you'll just dunk straight on people. So it's very good at scoring inside, and it can rebound. That's why it's one of the best center builds. But you have to be very careful with this. If You're wondering, do you want to put rebounding first, athletic first? It just depends. Do you like to go up and dunk more in the paint, or is rebounding and getting boards more of your style? So it just depends kind of how much of a scorer you are. But both builds, either way, it's good. And it's one of the best center builds in the game, arguably the best. That build is what some say is the most overpowered best build in the game. The pure sharp, 3-point, primary and secondary, guard 6'5" build. Now, if you're gonna be, you can make this height a little bit higher. Like if you are playing Pro-Am and you're just gonna be mainly spotting up, then you can make this much higher, like 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and you'll be able to make a lot more contested shots. But if you're gonna be playing in the park where a pure sharp oftentimes is the main guard and you're gonna have to be dribbling up the court, you want to be 6'5", so you can have that at your speed and you can move around quicker. But this is one of the best builds because it's just shooting has always been overpowered. Shooting has always been important. If you can come down and hit a 3 from Hall of Fame Limitless, and this has Hall of Fame Limitless, has Hall of Fame Deadeye, has all the Hall of Fame shooting badges, then you're gonna be a very overpowered player. So that's what makes this build so good. And basically you want to do the same stats for the guards. As you guys can see on here, you want to do minimum weight, you want to do your max wingspan, max shoulder width. That's pretty much what you always want to do for guards. Minimum weight, max wingspan, max shoulder width. Because of that, you want to give it that extra speed and you want to move around. But this can be a very, very good build, especially if you know how to use it. You're going to be able to shoot from anywhere consistently. Expect constant greens from anywhere on the court. You're just going to be, only problem is you're going to be a little bit slow and your dribbling, it won't be that good. You won't be able to speed boost. But if you're okay with that and you're just a pure shooter, then this is the build for you. The next build I want to talk about, guys, is the 7-1 3-point rebounding combination. 270 pounds and match wingspan as always for centers, and that match shoulder width. Now the key thing about this build is it's the best of everything. It's like that stretch big field where you can shoot, but you can also go down there and get boards. And it's one of the best builds in this game. A lot of people wondering why I didn't put pure stretcher. I didn't say anything about that. Pure stretchers are so weak at rebounding. They don't even get brick walls, so they can't even set screens either. So basically they're just like a spot up shooter. And if you can't get rebounds, I don't see what's the point of making a pure stretch center. You could just make a pure sharpshooter. But this build, it can do the best of both. 3-point rebounding. Now the combination doesn't really matter. It just depends on what you want to do. If you want to rebound better, then you can put rebounding first, and you're going to get a lot more rebounding badges higher in that gold level. And if you want to shoot better, you're going to get your 3-point badges in your gold level if you put 3-point first. So it just depends that you like to shoot more, you like to shoot from deeper, or do you want to be mainly a rebounder, but you still want to be able to pop out and shoot if you need to. So this, if you put 3-point first, you get around an 85 3, and if you put rebounding first, you'll get around like a 70, a 3 in the 70s. So either way, it's good. It just depends on what you want to do. And this is one of my favorites. This is probably the most fun center build in the game, if you want my opinion, because you can shoot, you can have fun and shoot from anywhere, but you can also rebound and you can play inside too. So I like this build. It's one of the most balanced center builds in the game. The final guard build I have for you guys is this Playmaking shot creator. Now you want to make it 6'5", and then you want to make it minimum weight, match wingspan as usual for guards, and then match shoulder width. And I have all those numbers on there in the screen. But basically this build, a lot of people don't like it and a lot of people do like it. It's this build that it gets Hall of Fame title scorer, it gets Hall of Fame difficult shots. You're going to be able to fade very good, shoot a lot of fadeaways, and shoot good from the mid-range overall. But the thing about this build is it can't shoot 3-pointers that well. So if you want to play 2v2s, and you can play prone with this too. It's a crisscross build, and where you can put passing and ball handling first, or you can put shot creating first. If you play prone a lot, I would put passing and ball handling first. If you play mostly park and 2v2s, I would put shot creating first. But it's one of those builds that you can zigzag, you can go left, you can go right, you can go left, you can go back right around the entire court, and you can shoot that fadeaway, and you can make it with no problem, just all greens inside the mid-range and fadeaways. But when you get out to the 3-point line, no matter what you shoot, it's going to be inconsistent. You might be able to make one shot, but you're going to start missing it. If you can't, probably make 3 or 4 in a row, maybe not even 2 in a row from the 3-point line like that. So as long as you're okay with this, this is a good build for 2v2s. Especially, it's probably the best 2v2 build in the game. But when you go to 3v3s, or you got to shoot 3-pointers consistently and stretch the floor, it's not very good at that. So as long as you're okay with just dribbling a lot, because this is a very good dribbling build too, and just shooting mid ranges and layups, and you don't have to worry about 3-pointers, then this will be a good build for you. But don't make this build if you want to shoot 3-pointers, you want to shoot those deep shots, you need to shoot that, because this is going to be horrible for you. You will never be able to shoot those. But other than that, I like the build. Very last build for you guys, but not the least, is this driving and finishing 3-point athletic, stretch athletic. Now this is a very, very good build. What you want to do for the height is you want to make it 7'2", and you want to put match wingspan as usual, because if you're making a center, any type of center, you have to have that match wingspan. But you also want to do is for the weight, you want to put it at 280. Now the great thing about this build is it's overpowered on offense. It's pretty much one of the most unstoppable offensive center builds, because you can go inside and you can just dominate people. You got that whole dunking ability with the bad paint defense in 2K18, but you can also shoot. Maybe not all the time, you'll miss a couple, but especially for the mid-range, you can make all of that 3-pointers, corner shots. Corner shots going to be very consistent. And then from the top of the key 3-pointer, you can make that pretty much at like 50-60% rates. You got 3-pointers somewhere in the 70s. Get those secondary shooting badges. So it's a overpowered offensive ability center build. But the whole thing, your rebound's a little bit low, but your high vertical, you get it with the athletic, kind of makes up for that. So it's very overpowered on offense. This is especially good for Pro-Am. You can use it in Park too, but it's especially overpowered in Pro-Am because you can have another rebounder on the team to help you with the rebounding. And you can have this whole big offensive monster. So I like this build. If you like to be able to do a lot on offense and still play center, this is a very good center build for you.
Flex on you haters, hi haters. This is my world, so it's all in my favor. I like all girls, yeah, all type of flavors, but that don't matter, cause I just got my baby. But I ride that Mercedes, oh I don't wanna like the Navy. For that girl to the sun, down #1.